Nice to meet you. I'm Ryo Oizumi. I'd like to thank Professor Chino and colleagues in Yanmin for giving me this wonderful opportunity. So my research usually focuses on the differential equations, but I'd like to talk about transition matrix model for the declining population. So declining birth rate and population is a serious problem in Japan and also Taiwan. So I used a mathematical model to analyze the population declining. Might talk about this kind of topic, right? And this study is in this paper. Okay, so let's start. So the birth rate in Japan has been declining for more than 45 years since the total fertility rate fell below the population replacement level in the mid 1970s. Population growth has been this one. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. This one is uh, total fertility rate, and this one, this graph means pop population. Okay, so population growth has been supported by the increase in life expectancy due to the declining in the mortality rates, and still after peaking in 2010, the population has entered a phase of decline for the past decade here. Uh, Japan consists of 47 prefectures. Each prefecture has a specific total fertility rate, and they vary. Total fertility rates increases in the southwestern region. For example, Okinawa has 1.83, which is the highest value in Japan. On the other hand, urban area tends to have low total fertility rate, especially Tokyo, which is 1.11 and the lowest. Substantially, the whole of Japan was 1.33 in 2020. Okay. This trend has remained almost unchanged over the past 40 years. Okay. So three components of population growth are birth, death, and migration rates composes the population dynamics. In this study, we construct a multi-regional Leslie matrix using fertility, mortality, and internal migration rates by prefecture in Japan to clarify the structure of the eigen system and to quantitatively evaluate the leading causes of population decline using sensitivity analysis. And naturally, international migration has also occurred in Japan, but for the following reasons, and due to data limitations, they are ignored in this study. Then actually, the number of international migrants has fluctuated due to the earthquake and the nuclear power plant accident. Still in regular times, the total number of international migrants is approximately 50,000 above the total number of immigrants. However, foreigners account for only 2% of the entire Japanese population, and there is not enough data on international migration by prefecture. So international migration is ignored in this study. Okay. And this is a model. And first equation implies the population lived in J's prefecture to migrate I's prefecture and with aging. A means age, and this function means women's population at age A time T, right? And this is a renewal process, and it means newborns. So newborns in I's prefecture at time T plus 1 is composed by all population, composed by each population in J's prefecture and the prefectures and contribution to the whole population or ages and the population in all prefectures. And this function means the fertility rate at age A and J to J's prefecture, from J's prefecture to I's prefecture. Okay, this is a model. So the model can expressed by matrix form. This one, it calls the multi-regional Leslie matrix. Involves the inter-regional migration as people age. This course, right? This parameter implies represent migration matrix. It's gives by this one, and this subs index means the age, and this matrix represents the fertility matrix for each age. The reproduction process is also generally based on fertility rates across regions. In matrix form, the fertility and the survival rate entries in a conventional Leslie matrix are represented by a matrix that gives the transitions between prefectures. The summation over row entries of cohort migration rate is always less than 1 because it contains a survival rate at this one. Such a model in which the entries of the Leslie matrix consist of different transition matrices is called generalized Leslie matrix. This one, okay. This is the eigensystem of the multi-regional Leslie matrix. The stable age prefecture distribution W lambda AI, lambda is the eigenvalue, is given by this equation. The eigensystem of this model can be represented by a density distribution derived from the sum of woman migration history and the eigenvalues. This is the right eigenvector representing the stable age distribution by prefecture. However, the following equation must be solved for the distribution of age 0. Okay, this one. KijAs represents the summation of a probability of all migration pathways from J's prefecture at age S to I's prefecture at age A. The population distribution for each prefecture at age 0 is the solution of the following equation, this one. And this represents degree to which female from the J's prefecture contributes to the descendants of the I's prefecture during her lifetime. Okay. So because K including the survival rate, this one, okay. 8. And the other eigensystem is the left eigenvector representing the reproductive value is also expressed by the migration history as follows. However, the following equation must be solved for the reproductive value at age 0. Here. The following two equations must be solved to understand the left and the right eigenvectors that constitute sensitivity. I will explain the sensitivity after this slide, so please wait a second. And the characteristic equation of our model consists of a matrix psi ij lambda composes such that this one. This one is a characteristic equation of multi-regional Leslie matrix. Okay. So we found the following theorem to derive. Oh wait. We found the following the theorem to derive the reproductive value and the prefecture distribution at age 0. This theorem holds for eigenvectors corresponding to the dominant eigenvalue of an irreducible non-negative matrix. When one component of an eigenvector is fixed, the other components of the eigenvector can be represented by the sum of the non-recursive passes to the element and their step-powered eigenvalues here, okay? And this is a solution both left and right eigenvectors at age 0. This is a left component of the left eigenvector at age 0 in J's prefecture is here like this. With it implies contributions from all generations by a female from the J's prefectures to any I prime prefectures. The I prime prefecture is arbitrary, so we can choose any prefectures. And right eigenvectors also contribution from all generations by female from any J primes, any prefecture, J primes prefecture to the I's prefecture. Okay, here. The reproductive value V1, this is a left eigenvector. A vector, and the stable distribution at age 0, this is a right eigenvector at age 0, represent the reproductive values for descendants and ancestors from each fixed birthplace, I primes or J primes, respectively. Okay. This is a real data, and so which constructs the right eigenvector corresponding to the dominant eigenvalue. So dominant eigenvalue is 0.944. So if the eigenvalue, this eigenvalue is less than 1, the population is declining. Okay. Sorry. This one is a left eigenvalue, the eigenvector. So the left eigenvector corresponding to the dominant eigenvalue called reproductive value represents the contribution degree to the birth at each age. And so this figure shows a woman over 50 have zero reproductive value because Japanese vital statistics assume that reproduction occurs between 15 and 49 years old. Now here is the real prefecture-specific reproductive value computed by the data of the latest census in 2015. Okay. So the figure shows that Okinawa has the highest reproductive value, reflecting its fertility in all ages. Likewise, Tokyo has lowest, one of all ages. Of all prefectures, Okinawa has the highest contribution as ancestors, while Tokyo has the lowest contribution for all areas. Okay. So the Japanese census is conducted every 5 years, and the latest data is for the year 2020. However, the latest data is for the year 2050, since the definitive data for the life table has not yet been published. So it will be released in this month, maybe. So the latest data is 2015 now. Okay. And this is a stable age prefecture distribution. So if this system keeps the long time, so Japanese population structure converged to this shape. This is a stable age prefecture distribution, which is a right eigenvector corresponding to the dominant eigenvalue. The right eigenvector represents the stable age prefecture distribution. Urban area with a large influx of population have a large population regardless of the birth rate. For example, Tokyo and Nagoya are located in Aichi, and this one is Tokyo, and this one is Osaka. Okay. Since the dominant eigenvalue is less than 1, the elderly population is larger than younger. Okay. This axis is age, and elderly ages have the large population. It's this is the effect of low birth rate. Okay. The figure shows that the stable age distribution is affected by migration rather than the fertility rate, because elderly population is larger than younger population. So contrary to the reproductive value at age 0, the prefecture distribution at 0 shows that all prefectures contribute the most to the newborns in Tokyo and Aichi. Okay. Yeah, another representation of the characteristic equations. The main theorem also gives a new expressions for characteristic equations. The characteristic equation of the generalized Leslie matrix or a multi-regional Leslie matrix can be expressed using contributions from all generations to the same region of origin. This differ from the original Leslie matrix. Sorry, I forgot to explain. The original Leslie matrix is these matrix F and K is just the constant and just parameter, not matrix. Okay, so it is conventional Leslie matrix, but this case, each parameter is composed by matrix. It is different from the conventional Leslie matrix. Conventional Leslie matrix. Okay. And the theorem we found, I explained the previous slide, shows this characteristic equation is different from this infinite series. Okay. So use sorry. Series. Okay. So I have to explain the sensitivity. The sensitivity is reasonable to quantify the effect of prefecture-specific fertility and interregional migration on population growth. The partial differential coefficient of the dominant eigenvalue for each matrix entry serves as a sensitivity to the population growth. Sensitivity is represented by the product of the left and the eigenvectors corresponding to the dominant eigenvalue, like this. Okay. So we want to know which partial differential coefficients is larger than other parameter. So if we found the largest parameter of this sensitivity, the parameter is more effective to the population decline. So we have to calculate this value. Okay. And eigensystems also consists of this this sensitivity. Oh, wait a second. Let's skip some slides. Sorry. And this figure compares the results of sensitivity analysis. The left panel shows the results for 2010, and the right panel shows the results for 2015. As shown in the sensitivity formula, migration to regions with high reproductive values results in higher sensitivity value. Okay. So because Okinawa has largest reproductive value, so move to Okinawa is best best policy plan from the urban area such as Tokyo or Nagoya. To move Okinawa is the best policy plan to against the declining population. But okay, the solid line represents the sensitivity of the migration rate of each area to Okinawa with high reproductive value. The dashed line shows the sensitivity of each region to the fertility rate. The shape of the figure shows no structural changes between 2010 and 2050 in Japan, where the population is declining. The impact of migration is high up to the 20s. This is because the peak reproductive value in Japan is the late 20s. ages and early 30s. So on the other hand, the sensitivity of the fertility rate is the highest after the 30s in urban areas, indicating that changes in the generation's fertility rates significantly impact population decline. Okay. This figure shows the sensitivity of each prefecture to the birth rate is shown in the figure. Miyagi and Hokkaido have cities with populations exceeding 2 million, Sendai and Sapporo respectively. Yeah, and here. However, these prefectures have low fertility rates, and their migration rate have a more minor impact on the nation than urban centers. So in other words, the figure shows the inflow rate is the crucial point, and not simply the influence of the large cities with large populations. Although Okinawa Prefecture does not have a large city according to Japanese law, with a population of about 1.5 million, its high birth rate greatly influenced the population growth rate. So summary, a little bit early, okay. Since there is no significant change in the sensitivity structure from the 2010 and 15 data, it seems to be a stable sensitivity structure in a society with a declining birth rate. For regional revitalization, considered a countermeasure against the declining birth rate, it's considered adequate to focus on people under their 30s. After the 30s, improving the birth rate in urban area is more effective than interregional migration. Since the influence of urban and rural areas on population decline is based on complex relationship between migration and fertility, sorry. Research approaches that utilize both data and mathematical models will continue to be needed. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, Professor Oizumi, thanks to your presentation. I will say the perfect time control of time just on time, 11:45. So I think, do we have any question? Short question, quick question to Professor Oizumi. We still have the roundtable discussion.